This video is about a kit used to build a powerful static grass applicator that develops a 15 kilovolt DC static field using a 12 volt DC input. It's a cost savings DIY kit that solves many problems normally faced by modelers who use static grass applicators. In this video, I will show you how easy it is to assemble a kit like this and give a detailed description of the parts that are included. But first, a little background information will be helpful. I'm a fine-scale modeler who puts a lot of effort into making HO-scale scenery. I went through several commercial static grass applicators trying to get the best results I wanted. All gave me grief, a lot of grief. I could not work well against walls and in small areas. Some did not pull 16 millimeter grass very well. Since I needed a flock box too, I'd have to make a second investment in a flock box. Adding branches to tree armatures, wire wood, plastic was difficult. I was always dragging the power cable that was always attached to some receptacle on a power supply that was always too far away. And the cable was prone to catch on trees, light poles, and everything else. When I laid a dispenser down, grass dispensers being cylindrical, it would roll. Cylindrical grass applicators just would not stay in place. So how did I solve this? I built my own. First, I needed a powerful negative ion generator designed specially for static grass applicators and flock boxes. I had one made to my specifications. The result is a negative ion generator that can be powered with anything between 4.5 and 12 volts DC. The output varies from 7.5 kilovolt DC with a 4.5 volt input to 15 kilovolt DC with a 12 volt input. Having the generator in hand, I breadboarded an incredibly simple static grass applicator. You can see how I made that in another video, which is linked below, and you can get the parts for that too. That worked very successfully. Everything was put in a simple box. This is what the unit looks like when everything is put in the box. Some friends at the club were impressed with how it worked. Being modelers, they declined paying me to put it together, but were willing to buy the parts and make their own. So this kit was born. How easy is it to assemble this thing? Well, let's look at it. This is the kit inside. You can see how easy it is to make. You have 4 small holes to drill and a larger hole to drill. Shape it a little bit to get that switch in. 4 solderless connectors. I use solderless connectors, but I soldered them just to be safer. You'll have to add 1 small piece of wire that you get from cutting this piece. You'll cut these pieces a little bit shorter. And then it's a matter of putting the applicator in place and putting the top on and or the bottom on, and it's assembled. It's not that hard. Like I say, 4 holes, and insert these, screw these in place, and you're done. These are the parts that you get. First, for the basic applicator top, you've got an input and output with the clips. This goes to your grounding wire. This goes to your dispenser, and these go to the power in cables. You get the switch. You've got 4 solderless connectors that I've shown you. Got a battery clip with 2 clips that you can power this directly from the battery. And then you have 3 extra male clips to go for a large strainer, a jar shaker, and the alligator holding tool. And you also have the end of the alligator holding tool. Then, of course, you get the ion generator and a strainer. That will get you started. Remember, you have to add your own wires to this poly pipe, but that's very simple. And you'll have to get your own big vegetable strainer and dowels to make them. There's another video to show how those are made. There's a link below, and there's a link at the end. If you have chosen, you also get a power supply. It'll have a US plug or a European plug. The power supply is specially chosen and tested. Some power supplies available on the market have an AC component to them. The AC component will burn out the negative ion generator. These have been tested. They have no AC component. This is a recommended package with everything. That's about it. If you have questions or comments, use the comments box below. And do go down, look at below. There's a lot of other information there. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good life.